Unlucky? Maybe so, maybe not. Are you ready for part two? Have you been on the edge of your seat waiting for this episode to come out? What happened to Dasha? Did he come pick her up? Did he ghost her? What happened? Lucky, unlucky. A miracle was real. What did the universe have installed for her? So before I tell you what happens next, I want to share a little bit about how I led myself through this surrender experiment. Because the invitation is that you take that on. This is what we teach here in my mystery school about flow states, where you are living a life in alignment and you are not doing things that are out of alignment. And if you're out of alignment, the universe might pull you out, might give you a lesson. So it's 10:30 and I'm panicking now. No response. I have nothing booked because the universe is like, don't book anything, don't book anything. Yeah. And clearly, it's like you can play this game when you have money. Because I think if I didn't have money, I'll end up somewhere. But I used to play this game when I had no money, and it was kind of dangerous. It was a little bit sketchy. Now it's like I don't book anything, I have nothing. I book a hotel, I pay triple the price, we survive, right? Um, I don't hear back from him. But luckily, my friends, everyone's going to the standard. And I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna go to the standard. And then in the car, they're chatting about putting each other on the room and then giving like you get this spa pass. And in the end, they put me on the room and I had access to the spa while I waited, while I figured out where. And then I booked a hotel that I stayed at before, right? And then guess what happened? I hear back from him, right? And he's like, oh, I'm sorry. My phone was on Do Not Disturb. I left early. I was like, the fuck? He's like, I must have misunderstood. And I'm in like trigger. I'm in trigger. I'm in victim. I'm not in the goddess badass. I'm in like, you fucking better fix this shit. And he ain't having a bar of it. And he's like, I ain't doing anything. And I'm busy. And there was like, he was trying, but I was so triggered. And then it just blew up. And then it just blew up. And I was like, oh my God. And I want to tell you a story because so many of you, I want you to put yourself in a place where you fuck shit up, where the universe gives you the thing you truly desire and you fuck it up. Because that's how I felt. And I felt like I was being punished again, that I fucked everything up. I shouldn't have done the thing I did and got sick. I shouldn't have not sent those messages. I shouldn't have took time for myself. I should have communicated better. It was just list and list and list and list and list of everything that I did wrong and how now everything is ruined and I wasted all this money and everything is a lie and life is blah and I'm going to be forever alone, right? So I want you to take a moment where you've gone down that rabbit hole because we all have, right? We've all done that because that's the initial response. This is the initial response. But luckily, I've been doing IFS for so long and I do this with my clients, these processes that my system took care of me. And I didn't actually spiral. I just asked the universe, like, what is it trying to teach me? What am I meant to learn in this moment? And I realized it was teaching me about abandonment and that no one can abandon me but me. And it's this thing that comes up around money, around men. And there's been pivotal moments in my life where universe worked through me for a reason, where the universe said something that protected and saved me from being sexually assaulted, where it protected me from toxic, leechy people. And in this scenario, it like there was many moments where I was trying to say something that would have changed the future, but it didn't let me. And I just trusted. But it didn't end there. The universe wasn't like, okay, girl, you've passed your test. I then got sexually harassed by the doorman at my hotel as I was leaving. It really hurt, like it brought me to tears. It was so disgusting and it was just so scary. And I fawned and I froze. And then at one point I said, stop. This is so inappropriate. And he stopped. And then I left. And then I left the hotel. And again, we can be in this moment like unlucky. Maybe so, maybe not. Because okay, backtrack. I missed some things of the parable because I can have a parable of my own life, got sick, unlucky, maybe so, maybe not, met people I wouldn't have otherwise, had the most epic love romance on the last night, lucky, maybe so, maybe not, ended up getting really, really hurt the next day, ended up getting hurt really a lot next day, unlucky, maybe so, maybe not, ended up getting free room at the Standard, like all the perks. Lucky, maybe so, maybe not. Booked the other hotel. Got upgraded to a penthouse. Lucky, maybe so, maybe not. Got sexually harassed. Unlucky, maybe so, maybe not. Left that hotel, went to the Standard because I had the free club access and sauna and pool and blah, blah, blah. And by this time, before I got sexually harassed, I'm already like, fuck Miami. Why am I even fucking here? I'm connecting, I'm having fun, but I'm still hurting. I'm like, universe, you told me not to book anything. Nothing is working out. What the fuck? This is fucked. I'm over this. I'm still sick. Oh, I just am like, that night where I booked my flight to New York because I'm like, what the fuck? I walked half an hour in the wrong direction with no phone, sick, and I'm having to walk back. Oh my God, it was insane. Like, just everything was just like the universe was messing with me big time. And I'm like, get me the fuck out of here. And I'm like, I don't know where to go. And I'm like, oh, I have an option. I got a place in New York for a month. I'm just gonna go there. I booked my flight. I find out the place is no longer available. Luckily, my friend's like, you have 5 days to stay at this place. I'm trying to figure out where to stay. Next morning, I wake up. They don't give me late checkout. I go to the beach. It starts raining on me. I make some friends. I get sexually harassed. I leave the hotel. I go to hang out at the beach club. I go at the time my friends leave. I nearly think I'm flying out of Fort Lauderdale instead of Miami. And then I'm sitting, I'm enjoying my tacos. And this is a story where like I pay like quadruple, like 10 times for the tacos I could have paid around the corner that actually were better, tastier. But I'm like, I don't want to walk anywhere. I'm just gonna have these tacos. And I don't care that I paid more. And I'm like, wow, I'm finally healed because Paz Dasha would spiral the fuck out. Like, wouldn't even eat there. Like, wouldn't eat, would just, I just feel so proud that I'm getting like healing my relationship with money. And it's been a journey. Like, it's been a freaking journey. Anyway, so I'm like chilling there. Also I dropped like $500 on that last minute hotel where I got sexually harassed. And then I'm trying to check into my flight. And I can't. And I'm like, and then guess what I realized? I was so frantically like I just walked half an hour in the wrong direction. I'm sick. I'm tired. I have to walk another like back half an hour. I don't have the phone. I'm like, get me the fuck out of here. So what happens is my friend gets me a taxi home, but it got put the wrong address. So I just have to walk 25 minutes home. Like, oh my God. I'm like, what the actual fuck is happening? I get home, I call my mom. I'm like, what the hell should I do? I'm on the phone. I'm like, should I want to fly to New York. There's no flights to New York. I'm like, what? How is there no flights from Miami to New York? So I start looking up accommodation because I have to have another day here because there's no freaking flights. So I'm looking up accommodation and I couldn't book 3 nights. It wouldn't let me book 3 nights at this hotel. I ask if I can extend. They tell me you don't know until the morning. I'm frantically looking for some other option. I'm like, fuck being in surrender, fuck trusting the universe. It's not taking care of me. I found a hotel. I'm like on the phone to my mom, like, oh my God, I think I have to just go back to New York. It's gonna be easier. And then suddenly there is a flight. And I'm like, what? Now there are flights. So I don't book the hotel, I book the flight. I check out the next day. I get sexually harassed by the fucking guy. I'm just like over it. I get my shit. I go back to the Standard. So I stayed at the beach because I wanted to be at the beach. I go back to the Standard. I'm chilling there. I'm waiting to check in. I can't check in because I booked the flight after midnight for the next day, thinking it was for tomorrow, but it was the day after. So I have to stay in Miami another day. I'm like, so I put in a message in the group being like, guys, I booked the flight for the wrong day. Can someone host me? Because I'm like, still like, maybe I'm meant to meet someone. Maybe something magical is meant to happen. Maybe it's not all doom and gloom. And I have someone message me being like, maybe I have a thing. I don't know. Blah, 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 blah. Anyway, so my friend comes over and is like, I just booked this hotel. There's a party. There's a party on the rooftop. And this hotel that he just booked is right next to it. And I have this call. And I'm kind of like, I could go to the party. I could do the call. I could come back. I'm going to book it. So I booked this hotel. Then this woman messages me like, hey, I can support you if you need anything. Like, let me know. And I was like, I already got a hotel. Then I get another message. Someone is gifting me a room at the Standard. Those rooms are like $500. So it was like my luck is turning around. I'm feeling in alignment. I'm feeling good. I'm enjoying the pool. I go to the spa. I get my shit. My new friend, is picking me up. She rocks up in her Range Rover. We put my bags in. She takes me to my hotel. It's really nice. I set up for the call. I go to the rooftop. I go back for the call. And I go to the rooftop. And it's okay. I'm like, it's okay. I'm good. I'm excited. I'm loving it. I'm happy. I'm having a good time. And then I see him. No, not the super yacht guy. Imagine. Imagine. I see like a very hot man. So the super yacht guy, he was very sure nerdy. Like nerdy. Like a makeover experiment. But this man was hot. He was hot. He was tall. And I'm going to share something really vulnerable with you guys. I was like, I've never done this before, ever. I've never, ever, ever done this. I asked my friend, my new girlfriend, to win woman me. And she's like, yeah, of course. So we start going there. We're walking. And suddenly I'm freaking the fuck out. I'm like, wait, what's up? I don't know what I'm doing. I'm fully sober. I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing. I need a pep talk. And she's like, she doesn't give me a pep talk. I connect to my pussy. I connect to the archetype of the muse. I'm like, okay, I'm ready. She is like freaking a pro. She intercepts him as he's trying to walk somewhere, starts a conversation, and we're chatting, and she's chatting, we're chatting, and then I'm chatting, and it's all like working. And then he used to live in New York, and now he lives in Miami. And she's like, hook this girl up. We exchange numbers, we're like flirting, vibes are happening. And I'm like, wow, I wasn't gonna go to the after party, but there's this like after party in the speakeasy, and I love a good speakeasy. And I'm like, okay, let's follow this thread. His name wasn't Fred. Thread. And we get there. And luckily, like the party is full of the cruise people who are really fucking interesting and cool, who are like investors, founders, just incredible, just really incredible humans. Because we get into the party and all the women are all over him, like new women every moment. He was like insane. And I love that. That's hot. And normally I get triggered as fuck and feel insecure. But I didn't. I actually was like just confused. I was like, are you into me or not? I can't tell. Because I'm like a little bit insecure. Like I don't know. I'm not like extremely good at this. I never had an issue, but since I stopped drinking and partying and like I just don't know the game, right? I don't know the game. So I'm like, okay, I think I don't know. I'm like sussing. I'm like, okay, I don't think he's interested. He hasn't come up to me. So it's getting late. And I was like, well, that was fun. I'm going to bed now. And I go to bed and I go to say bye to my friend who hooked me up. I'm like, yes, girl. And then I kind of feel like I should go say bye to him. And he's in this like deep conversation with this woman, and like he's made eye contact with me. And I can't tell like if he's like, I want to talk to you or I don't want to talk to you. And I'm just standing there waiting patiently, which is not what I ever do. I am impatient and I don't wait, and I don't like, you're either going to talk to me or I'm off. And I'm just standing there and I'm feeling all the feels like, is this desperate? Is this weird? Am I a loser? And I'm just standing there and feeling it and waiting and waiting and waiting. And then the food comes out that he orders. And then she runs off to set up the food. And he finally has a moment to speak with me. So I say to him, like, it was so nice to connect with you. And yeah, bye. And he's like, what? You're off? And I say, yeah, like, I'm not really sure what's happening. I was like interested in connecting with you. And he's like, no, I'm so interested in connecting. I'm sorry, I'm being super social. And we go, he's like, come have food with us. So I go to have food with him and all these women. It's hilarious. It's him and all these women. We're sitting next to each other. We're like connecting, but there's women everywhere on top of him. And I'm just sitting being like, what the fuck is going on? And like, honestly, I'm like not really used to this kind of vibe. And so I find it hilarious. I'm actually not triggered. I find it amusing. I'm like amused that like how there's all these women all around him. And I start talking to one, and she ends up speaking Russian, and we have this incredible conversation. And he's talking to this other girl that's sitting on top of him, and we're like holding hands or something. Like it was just bizarre. And I'm having this incredible conversation with this woman. I support her into making a really tough decision. She like books the thing on the spot. We're celebrating. We're just like in awe. And I'm like, wow, that was really cool. Then he like leaves. And I start talking to the other girl, and she might become my client. She like gets my contact and wants my services. And I'm just like, what is happening? Like, this is amazing. This is the way I want to always interact. It's like instead of competition, it's like connection. And so then we chat, I exchange contact, and then I go and find him. He's talking to another woman, of course. And I'm just well, actually, no, I don't even go to find him because me and this other girl go to the bathroom, right? So we're just on our own mission. And then I come out and he's there and he's like, oh, sorry, like I got lost. And then we end up dancing and then we end up connecting and we end up kissing. And I'm like, and then we end up going to my hotel that's really close by, coincidentally, because I couldn't book the other thing and I couldn't stay anywhere else. And it was perfect. And we just have a very wholesome tea and chats and nothing too wild that I'm gonna disclose. Um, but it was just like he literally like I hope he doesn't watch this because I don't want to scare him. I don't think he'll watch him. But like a man that he's like a man that I would marry. Like it was so crazy to meet him. Like he was not some makeup experiment. He was fucking hot and super sweet and really like ambitious and successful and like had such a balanced energy of the masculine and the feminine and like just like our energy like when we held hands and we danced it was just so delicious. And he might come to New York, who knows. But the thing I want to say about it all is it all like I was really trying not to have this experience, but the universe wouldn't let me. You know, it's like the universe made me stay in Miami and I could have dwelled and been annoyed and been in scarcity. But instead, I was like, let's book this hotel next to the party. I could have stayed at home and cried, but instead, I went to the party. You know, I could have given excuses that I have to work and do this, but instead, I went to the party. I could have freaked out and not asked her to win woman me. I could have aborted mission. I could have let my emotions get in the way and instead of playing, connecting with all these incredible humans, obsess over this man that's not giving me attention. I could have got jealous. I could have been mean to these women. I could have not talked to them. I could have not got a new client. I could have made like shamed him and made him wrong. I could have closed off, but I wasn't. I was always open to the mystery, open to the magic, open to the opportunity and possibility. And honestly, I don't care if he becomes my husband. But the fact that I met him is like, whoa, like that man could be my husband. Like there are men that could be my husband out there. And I can meet them at any point. And I actually have goosebumps. And you know, like this series started with me talking about that and crying and being all weird. I remember this guy that was like hitting on me in Bali watched it, and I was so embarrassed. He's like, "I don't think I'm an ideal client," and I'm like, well, it's just me. I don't know." Um, yeah. So that's a crazy story. That's a fucking. Am I lucky? Maybe so, maybe not. You know, it's like, will I see him? Maybe not. But it's given me hope. You know, it's given me hope. It was kind of fun to get the guy that everyone wanted. And I think the most incredible thing is like how I felt. Like I didn't feel triggered. I honestly felt so amused. I found divine amusement in the whole situation and it was hot. It was fucking hot. So hot. Um, and that was my trip in Miami. Maybe so, maybe not. Yeah, and then I came to New York with no plans. And again, the universe was Should I tell you? Maybe it will be part 3. All right. I'm gonna leave it here. And you'll have to watch the next episode to find out what happens in New York. I love you. Please comment, like, and share. See you next week.